Atomic Energy Regulatory Board.
AERB.
AERB.
1 second, I'll take attendance. Out. Okay, I'll go through on each one. Okay, what is the first thing what you need to do is a title. Okay, so here is our title of the current this proposal. After that, what is the duration of the project? How many years you need to complete the objectives in the particular proposal? You need to specify. After that, what is the people who are involved? You know that anything? You have any idea about what is a principal investigator? What is a co-investigator? What is a principal collaborator? Have you heard of this terminology before?
Yes,
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So the main role of the principal investigator is he has the idea. Okay. The idea of this proposal is mainly goes to the principal investigator, and then he is the one who will execute the entire project, and he is the main responsible for all the money which he is receiving. So all these things will go to the principal investigator. Okay. Here is my PhD mentor. He is a professor from Sri Ramchandra University. So his details we need to fill. That is a project people who are going to be there as a principal investigator. Okay. So here it is there. There is a time. How much time he can allocate for this particular project? How much time he can allocate? Here it is mentioned as a 40%. Depends on the requirement. If the project requires more attention, you can keep 50% or 60%. Depends. So depends on your, for example, all of the people who are applying from the educational institutes, they have all, they need to take a classes, right? So for that purpose, you can't allocate 100% for this project. You need to divide how much time you can keep for this particular project. You need to mention it. Percentage of time to be spent on the project. That need to be clear. Next one is, it is the, what is this column? Next one?
Recent publications.
Recent publications, especially they will ask in the last 5 years. Okay, so in the relevant of the present proposal, you might be having several publications, but if it is not in the area of this current proposal, you are not supposed to keep. Okay, you need to include. If don't have, no problem, but you are not supposed to include. If you have other things, you can include in the next section. But here you need to include last 5 years. What are all the publications you have or co-investigators have? You need to list out here. Okay, this is the first thing they will look into it, whether you have the experience or not. This will tell you whenever the reviewer seeing your application, they will be assessing. So already this person has a experience in this particular area. So they can look into all these details. Okay, that is for that purpose. You need to provide list of the last 5 years publications. Okay. So here are some of the publications from our group. Okay, next is others. If anything somewhat relevant to that particular area, others you can keep. So there are some publications which in that area. Okay. So next is co-investigators, those who can help support to execute that particular project. So all 100% work can't be done by the principal investigator, right? So, for example, we are doing molecular thing, but we want to see in some clinical samples. That time we need someone who knows the clinical details. For that purpose, we will include them as one of the investigator, as a co-investigator in the project, so that they will be the co-investigators. They will also contribute the sample or analysis or something, interpretation of the data, and while writing manuscript. Their inputs are helpful for the betterment of this particular proposal. Okay, so here are some of the co-investigators. It's always better to keep a co-investigator in a particular project, because sometimes what will happen is the principal investigator, because he might have got some other good opportunity in somewhere, some other institute. If he is leaving, who will be handling? If no, he didn't involve any co-investigators. Okay, so for that purpose, you need to always, it's better to include some of the co-investigators to look after in your absence, or you might have gone to some visit or sometime the documentation will be there. So for that purpose, it is always suggestible to include 2 or 3 investigators which are relevant to the particular proposal. Okay. If it is not, say, I have kept the work is in the cancer, it's in the cancer patients. I can't keep the physiotherapy people, right? So the relevant people you need to include as a co-investigators in the proposal when you are submitting to the funding agency. Okay. So their profiles, how much time they can. Here is the previous research experience as a annexure 1 we attached. I'll go through that one also. How much time they can spend in the particular project. So you need to specify clearly. Okay. So what are their publications in the recent publications within 5 years? Okay. Similar to the PI, this co-investigators also has the experience relevant to the particular proposal. Okay. So next one is, what is this one? Details of the research fellows. For example, there is, I think you might be aware of the CSIR, SRF, CSIR, JRF, ICMR, JRF, DAE, some JRFs are there. Junior research fellows, that is a scheme is there. I think all of you might be aware of it, if I'm right.
Yes, sir.
CSIR NET exam. So if they clear that NET exam, they will get a fellowship directly from the CSIR. In that time, you don't need to put a budget in this project. So you have any people to in this project, you are included, any kind of those people you need to specify. So here we didn't include anyone, so we didn't keep, so from CSIR, so that is not applicable. So principal collaborator. Okay, so this is what I was telling. So I am the one in this project, one of the collaborator. What is the main aim of this collaborator is whatever you are doing in your lab. So you want to test it, the same thing is whether it is happening or something it is not there in your proposed area. So that time you are in another center, you are doing some kind of work. You can include them as a principal collaborator in this particular proposal. So you also need to provide the details of this institute, which institute they are coming from, all the details. So investigator likely to go abroad, so they want to see this one also, because if in middle, if the work is stopped, whatever the money they spent is waste. No, so it is a government money, so it's a tax-free money. So we need to, they will be looking into all these aspects. Okay, so for that purpose, you need to provide the clear-cut details when you are submitting a proposal to the funding agencies. Okay, so here is the where exactly, name and address of the university, and then department where the research is going to be performed. So you need to specify. Here, this work is proposed between the 2 departments from Srihat Chennai and the our department. So we mentioned the institute details of the 2 institutes. Okay. And okay, here is name and designate whom. Here you need to specify correspondence. Who will be responding to all the communications from the funding agency is, you need to specify who is going to handle this one. Here in this proposal is a PI is the one who will be handling all the communications from the funding agency, whatever it is, whether it might be a revision or it might be a acceptance, all communications will go to the particular person. Okay, so for that purpose, you need to design out of 4 or 5 people, you need to design one person to be a communications. Okay, correspondence. Okay, now we are moving to the technical part. So up to here, it is a general your background. Here is, now it is a scientific background of the particular project. Okay, so what is the first thing in that? As origin of the proposal. What is the just like that, it won't come ideas, right? There will be knowledge will be generated on the knowledge, right? So whatever the existed information, you need to provide as a how you come up with this kind of origin, where it, how it is originated, the idea is generated. That need to be clearly specified with the already existed evidences. Okay, so they might have done something, so they found something. So that is the basis for your idea to see whether in the different kinds of populations or, okay, you want to look into different aspects. So all that is the origin where you come up with this idea. You need to specify what is the need So there is an origin is there, but what is the need for the study? Is there exactly need is there or not? You need to specify clearly. If there is no need or no need of study, right? So that's why you need to clearly specify the what is the need of that particular the proposed study. Here we kept as a some of the gene markers as a dosimetry purpose. Okay, so I don't want to go in the details of the text. I want to see one after one the headings. What are all the things you will be there in that particular proposal format. So now once you specify the origin, what is the need of the study, you need to go to the hypothesis. What is your hypothesis? So you need to clearly state that hypothesis and then your objectives. I think in last class I told it need to be a precise, clear objectives. It need to be a 2-3 points, bulleted points should be there. Okay, so these are all the things the reviewers will look into these things very clearly. So okay, so for that purpose, it need to be a clear understanding. So it's not supposed to you need to write to each objective as a half page like that. It need to be a very kind of bulleting points, very crisp objectives you need to write. Okay, there need to be a link between the different objectives. If you have 3-4 objectives, why you are doing that objective? It's need to be a link between the objectives. Okay, so after that, what is the next heading is related work already performed or in progress at your university or any other institutions. How do you will know all this information? So for that purpose, the review must be very carefully you need to do, and the sources. I think last class I mentioned clearly the sources where you are getting the information. You need to look into the different sources to get the information. Only you no need to follow only one source. Okay, so you need to collect the review of literature from different sources so that your review strength will be good. So that the lacunae. So after this, after reviewing this, any related work, you will be coming up with to the your topic, right? For that purpose, you need to thoroughly review of literature. You need to do that. Okay, not only for the proposal, while writing papers, while writing thesis, while writing discussion, that the information which you are reading from the literature will be helpful for betterment of your proposal. Okay. So that is the purpose you need to read. That is the, if you know the review of literature, you can mold it, you can answer whoever asked some questions. There will be so many questions. After submitting, they will be asking the reviewer questions. After experiments, everything finished, you will be submitting to the journal. That time they will ask questions. So for that purpose, you need to be equipped with all the existing information in that particular area. Okay. Then only you can answer the questions, because the whoever is reviewing your proposal is a experts in that particular field. They are in the field for mostly 15-20 years, so they know what are all the several things in that particular field. So you need to keep the things in a clearly. You need to read. You need to give updated information from the reliable sources. Okay. So here is that is finished. Okay. Next is here it is India or abroad, right? That is an institution. Okay, here is India or abroad. It is given as a separately. Okay, so the scope of research. What is the scope of that particular research? You need to give as a bulletin points. Okay, now we are coming to the, already you have an idea. You reviewed the all the literature existed, and you need to design your work, and you need to give a work plan. How you are going to achieve, how you are going to achieve your objectives proposed in that particular study, right? So for that purpose, you need to clear. So here in our proposal, what are all the things we kept? We kept a principal investigator, we kept a co-investigator, we kept as a principal collaborator, right? So here you need to give the year-wise plan. Okay. So first year, what we are going to achieve. Okay, you need to give as a bulletin points. Second year, what you are going to achieve. Okay, this is at PI institution. That is what we kept as a Chennai, right? Here is at principal collaborator. First year, what is the objective? Second year, what is the objective? You need to clearly specify which work you are going to which institution, which place. If you're putting the 2 or 3 institutions in a particular proposal, right? So you need to have a clear idea, and then these need to be linked. So one after one only you need to keep. You can't keep the last work you're doing first and first work is doing last. There should be some logic why you are doing that one first, why you are not doing this one. So that information you need to provide. Okay. So this is the detailed methodology. So here is first thing is in methodology, study population, how many samples, right? Here is healthy volunteers, okay, inflammation, who has the inflammatory conditions, study subjects and patients undergoing radiotherapy. Okay, these are all the study population. Those we are going to collect the samples from these people. So we kept that. Okay. So next is a procedure, detailed procedures. Okay. So you need to explain one after one. So what is the interlab? Because 2 labs, 2 different institutions involved, we will be collecting the interlaboratory comparison. So here is, these are all the important things. Sometimes if your work plan, even though your idea is good, if your work plan is not good, or if it is not up to the mark, then they will be declining your proposal also. Okay. So for that purpose, you need to provide the clear details. Okay. So what are all the inclusion and exclusion criteria for different subjects? If it is healthy volunteers, what is the inclusion and exclusion criteria? If it is a inflammatory or different people, and different inclusion and exclusion criteria will be there. These are all the procedures. Okay. Lab, these are all the lab procedures, protocols, everything. So this is the methodology. Okay. So here is the how we will be doing the comparison between the lab. We divided as a lab 1, lab 2, lab 3, lab 4. Okay. So this so always the good thing is while you are writing and you are keeping the proposal, you need to give the overview of that particular project, how you are going to do. Can you see and find it out? Entire thing, whatever we kept in the proposal, it will be there in that particular. It's kind of a graphical representation or okay. So overview of the methodology. So you need to represent in such a way so that first they will be looking into this one, then they will go in detail of the text. Okay. People always want in a simplified form, right? So you need to give an overview of the entire study in this kind of chart, or okay, it's a kind of a graphical representation, so that the people who are analyzing or reviewing your proposal, they will have an idea before going into the details of your proposal. Okay. So here is the list of the facilities available at your institutions. Okay. So you need to present the facilities which is relevant to your project. Institute might be having several infrastructure facilities, but what are all the things you require? Okay. So you need to keep it. So water and electricity, laboratory space, power, AC, all these things you need to do experimental, right? AC rooms, power generators, transportation for the samples, administrative support, library to review the some articles in the library, all the things, animal house facility is required. So all the details which is available, that facility is available at your institute, you need to clearly specify, mention, so that the reviewer knows that these objectives are achievable at this institute with this infrastructure, so that you can finish the project within the time frame. Okay. So for that purpose, you need to keep these things in a, you need to provide all the information. That's what they ask for. Okay. Here is list of facilities at your institution. Okay. The equipments and accessories available. Department, at what department? In your department, what is available? In the clinical department, if you include a clinical department, what are all the different facilities available in the clinical department? For example, if I keep a radiotherapy, so radiotherapy machine is available, right? So we need to provide that. Without radiotherapy machine, if I keep the radiation work, the proposal is not suitable, right? So for that purpose, you need to clearly detail the entire infrastructure facilities. You need to list out so that it is easy for the reviewers to analyze your proposal. Okay. So next one is these are all. It is at the Human Genetics Department at Chennai. Here it is a Radiology Imaging Sciences. Okay. So here it is Department of Radiation Oncology. So different samples we are collecting from different departments. So we need to keep each department, what are all the facilities available. Okay. So here is one more column. What is this details is? Can someone tell?
Details of the projects already negotiated by the principal investigator and co-investigator with any funding agency, including AERB.
Okay, so you need to list out, for example, this is AERB. You are already submitted a grant to the ICMR or Department of Science, DST. So it is already ongoing. You need to specify your credentials. These are a kind of a credential. It shows that you have the experience to handle the projects from different sources of funding agencies. Then your chance of accepting your proposal is more than who are not having any experience, right? Because so many people will be applying with experiences also. If without you are applying without experience, you don't get through, right? They will give for them, not for those who are not having an experience. So that is what you will be facing in most of the places. They will ask for any job notifications. If you see, they will say so much of years of experience. They will ask. Okay, so for that purpose, and also they will have an idea while seeing. Okay, it might not affect your outcome because your idea, if your idea is genuine, but it will give some idea to the reviewers whether you have any experience or not. Okay, so for that purpose, you need to list out the projects. Okay, so last 3 years, whatever you are submitted are ongoing are okay. You need to clearly, here is the 3 proposals already completed by our PI. Okay, so this list will be helpful. Okay, so next one is projects under negotiation. It is a nil. Okay, there is no project currently being conducted. Okay, one is going on. Okay, so these are all the details you need to provide. Okay, so next is now it is a budget component. Okay, how much? First thing is manpower. How much kept here? You need to keep the staff salary. How much per month? Okay, HRA. Okay, 24% here. Some funding agencies, they will give 30%. Some funding agencies, they will give 20%, like that. It depends on. This information will be there in the application. The instructions, how to fill the application. Okay, proposal application. Okay, next one is, here is the budget to staff salary. Okay, here is equipment. Whether you are buying any equipment in this project to do, to achieve these objectives. No, it is not there. If it is there, you can put. If it is not there, you don't need to put. Here is consumables. Here is majority of the grant will go to the consumables and manpower. Okay, we need some money to purchase all these chemicals or kits or reagents. So for that, plastic waste. Okay, in lab you may require so many materials. Okay, like pipettes, tips, vials. Okay, all those things you need to purchase by using this money. Okay, here we kept some amount for the different kits. We are going to use it for to achieve the objectives. Okay, so contingencies 75,000, travel 25,000. Okay, overheads. Previous class I explained different overhead charges. What is the purpose of overhead charges? Any idea? Project
15%. 15%.
Staff you might be aware, equipment you might be aware, consumables to purchase aware, contingencies, there's a small stationery, all those things to buy. Okay, travel you are aware of, to travel anywhere like conferences, all these things. What is the purpose of these overheads? In last class I explained. The institute is providing the space and then infrastructure to do all these things. This overheads will go to the institute. Okay, this amount out of total budget. So this total budget is 34 lakhs, right? 34 lakhs 75,000. So out of this, 1,63,000 will go to the institute account, Okay, it is a kind of a benefit to the institute by providing the infrastructure. I told no infrastructure facilities we need to list out. All those infrastructure institute is giving to facilitate this project. So for that purpose, they will be giving the institute this 10%, or if some institutes of from some funding agencies, they will give 5 only. Some funding agencies, they will give 15. So you need to go through it and you need to put accordingly. So excluding contingency, it is the 10% of the money of all the project, entire project, right? Excluding the contingency amount. Okay. Total is 18 lakhs. So that is for first year. So like that, if you are, this is all we kept as a first year. It is mentioned as a first year report, right? Here it is if your project involves more than 2 years. Okay. Here it is the split up of, if the project funding indicates, sometimes what will happen is they will ask for the some of the amount to provide the institutions. So in terms of space and equipments and electricity, this already, you no need to keep this one, but here is the column where you need to fill the details. Is there an institute, anything is varying the amount in this particular, out of 34 lakhs, institute anything is giving, but also they will ask amount to be contributed by the institute, amount expected from the other sources, amount requested from the AERB, 80%. Out of this 34, 80% will get it from the funding agency, 20% will get it from the institute. Okay. So this is the first year budget. You can see very clearly what are all the things are there. Salaries are there. No equipment is there. Consumables are there. Contingency and travel is there. Overhead charges are there. Total first year how much?
18,76,000.
Okay. Second year it is
15,99,900.
Okay. Generally, when you are doing the budget, most of the amount, around 60%, you can keep in the first year, because first year you will be having the more procurement to complete the project. So, like you need to divide. If at all your project comes under 3 years, okay, you need to keep at least 40 to 50% in the first year. Remaining 60% you can keep in the second year, third year. Okay. So for that purpose, mostly you need to keep excess amount in the first year. Also, you can justify, you need to purchase all the things required. Sometimes what will happen is the difficulty of handling the project. Sometimes what will happen is they will release the first year once your project is sanctioned. But then you need to complete the work for that 1 year. You need to spend that amount. You need to send the technical report, how much work, what is the work and what is the results, and also the financial audit. So both need to send to the funding agency. But sometimes what will happen is there won't be any work progress, or there will be some problem in the audit or spending. So you will be lagging the time. So that time what they will do is they won't release the second year grant. Okay. So for that purpose, it is better to have majority of the money in the first year itself. Okay. But the second year also you can keep third and the third year. Majority of all these proposals, they will be 2 years or 3 years only, not maximum. So, but some projects where they want to study long-term effects, that time they can put that comes under special calls, 5 years or 10 years, like that will be there. Different specific calls will come for that proposals. Okay. So you need to keep in mind when you are preparing your budget. So most of the things you need to get in a first year, and then second year, it need to gradually decrease. First year, for example, 50%. Second year, third year, 30 and 25, or like that, you need to split up. Okay. Here are the certificate from the institution, whoever is there. So, certificate from the institute, their institute. Here is the PI. Here is the in charge, like dean research or registrar, institution head can sign. These certificate formats are all available in the websites. When they release the notification, you can access all these certificates. Okay. So these are the documentation. This is from our institute. So here our VC signed for this. Here are the annexures. 2 annexures I think I showed. No, this is the previous research experience of the PI. So whatever he did, you need to explain it clearly, so that here is experience. So my PI, my guide, he worked almost 25 to 30 years on the radiation biology. So he has a lot of experience and publications. So he has a lot of this profile. So that's why mostly the guides, they will be applying even though the student projects, if they want to apply for funding, they will apply through the guides. Okay. So research projects, whatever the projects he handled, he almost handled the 9 projects from these are all the government. Okay. IGCAR, Kalpakam, AERB, SCRB, DRDO, okay, ICMR, DST. So this is the list. You need to provide your experience. Okay. List of publications also you need to mention. Similar or related work progress in the abroad or India. No. So here is the detailed similar work progress in that particular review of literature. You can see so many, almost so many side readings are there in this particular introduction. Okay, genesis of the gene expression tools for biodosimetry. So what are all the different genes are responsible? So these are some of the evidences. You can get it from the literature. The thing is one gene. Am I audible? I think internet connection is poor.
Audible.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so what will be the outcome of the project you need to specify, and then references. I mentioned clearly, you need to specify the references very clearly. You need to list out the references. At the same time, you need to find the same thing. You need to cite this reference in the text. So these two need to match. They will look into these things also. Okay, so here are the several references which we use for the particular proposal. Okay, is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I'll go through one more thing. After that, we'll go to the online. I'll show you. You can find how to fill all those things. My screen is visible.
No, sir, you are not yet shared.
Okay, one second. It is under the negotiation now. Currently, when we submitted is 1/3/2021. So I'll just give a glance of this one. There will be most of the things are similar, but one. Yes.